Hello everyone, the Klaus here, and today guys I'm gonna review an Evo Factory 2011 combo model, because yes, it's not a set but a combo model between two Evo sets by the way. First Evo 2.0 and Furno, and it's going to look like that. So I'm gonna begin the building right now. So as you can see, we're going to use, of course, a wide body frame, which will be useful to link the two parts here, and also the fact that we're going to add a third limb part here for the legs to make them a little taller. So it will be quite useful, of course, for the rest of the model. Also notice that we're going to use Evo's feet right there, and two hands, but one is the Furno's one and the other one is the Evo's one, because not if you look closely, you will notice that none of these two Evos got two ends. In fact, they all got one end and one connector, so that's why we got two colors. Also notice the use of the Evo head, the purple one. So that said, we're going to begin the building, the construction. So first we're going to use this wide armor here for the legs, of course. Then, oh excuse me, this little ones up there. And finally, this part on the side. Oh yeah, excuse me, no, it's the silver one right here. The printed part from Furno, by the way, which will be put, in fact, on the side this time. And we're going to do the same thing for the other legs, except, excuse me, except this part right here, which will not be this part because it just come in one time in the Evo set. So this means we are going to use this part. Of course, you can find the instructions for these commerce models on the Evo Factory website, on the products page, then building instructions, and then you will find all the building instructions and the three building instructions for the three combiners. So that said, we are done for the legs. Now for the arms, we're going to put this armor on this side, plus one part of the Evo's weapon, so the surge, snipers, and some spear. Then on the other arm, we're going to link this body armor part, as you can see, and then the same weapon directly in the axle holes, so nothing really incredible. Then the body armor, which will use, in fact, one part from Evo's, the other part from Furno here. And that side, I'm going to link the armor part on the rear arms. We can't really call this rear, but well, here we go. Just like that, and then the two shields, in fact. So first we have the red one from Furno, which will be linked in this way. Oh, excuse me, with this weapon, and then the Evo's shield, which is of course the same part but in yellow. Like that, and finally we're going to just add the helmets and accessory of Evo. As you can see, nothing new. In fact, it's the Evo's head, by the way, and it's finished. So I'm going to do first a turnaround, then talk about the articulations, and of course I will end with a little sum up. And also show you the three commerce models all together. So for the articulations, for the legs, so these legs can bend up to this point, because of course this time there is 4 ball joints, so it's really better, except for the foot, which blocks at this point, so not really cool. Then you have the second arm, and as you can see, it will not block at the same point. You can see you can go further with on this side. Like that. Then the arms, well, no armors on this side, so this means of course you can turn this up this way, and also this part up a little more than 90 degrees and it works just fine. The hand can block sometimes, but no big problems. Well, not really big problems now. Then you got the second arm, which this time really block at 90 degrees, as you can see, because of the shape of the armor and how it's put on the model. Once again, the hand can block sometimes, but it's okay most of the time. Then you got the two arms here, so you got like swivel joints, one here which can just turn up and down, here which is a little free, as you can see, totally free in fact, not too little, and then this one which have a is put in a bizarre way because of the connector and the ball joints. But overall, it works fine. And the head then, which can move a little on the sides and up and down, not that much, but well, it works. And now I'm going to do a little sum up, of course, with a little pause before that. Like that. And here we go. Here we go for the just sum up. So first of all, the color scheme, well, mostly yellow and red, of course, plus some touch of silver and dark metal. It looks pretty nice in my opinion, I have to admit. It's quite nice to have the colors are pretty well put on overall on the model, with one side yellow, the other side red. It's quite interesting, so I don't have any big problems with this type of color scheme that might disturb some persons, but I guess it works just some people, excuse me, but it works just fine for me. Then you got the building, the construction side, which is not really that interesting because there is not that much of interesting techniques in comparison of the two other compilers models. And so see, apart from the techniques on the back, the use of some rear arms, there is nothing really interesting. Maybe the use of an body armor on the arms, but except for that, on this arm, excuse me, but except for that, nothing really interesting, so that's a little let down, I have to admit, in comparison to the other combiners model. Then you got the articulations, which in fact on the legs it works just fine, maybe except on this foot, which is a little block really quickly. The arms are okay, 90 degrees, can be better, but at least it works. And then the rear arms also works fine, nothing excellent, but at least it works. And that's already nice. And in terms of overall design, well, it's pretty okay. I guess it's pretty bland. In fact, it's kind of like the building itself. It's not really that original. Could have been done better. It's okay. Nothing more, nothing less. It's okay, decent. It's just bland. I think the color scheme is okay. The use of the armor here is quite interesting to have really a bulky arm, and also the parts here, the shields, looks nice, but apart from that, there is nothing really more to this set, to this combiner model. And that said, I'm going to show you all the three combiners model together. So the one I first reviewed, which was the combiner model between, between Surge and Nex. Of course, all orange and blue, with a touch of white. And also the Stormer Breeze combiner model, white and lime green, excuse me. Like that. Excuse me, and well, I think that's all for the three combiners model, as you can see. So overall, they are pretty good for building techniques because it can be pretty useful for mocks. Like I said, for example, the thrusters, the arms. The same goes here for the this type of part put on the arms and stuff like that. So overall, pretty interesting in terms of building techniques. Some are better than others. For example, I guess these two ones are more original than this one. But overall, they are pretty good, they are pretty correct, and it's really cool to have some more combiners models, because before that it was mostly on the Lego Club magazine and stuff like that, so it's nice to see them coming back, and well, it's a pretty good start, at least for me. It's of course, they are not perfect, but at least they're pretty good, and they work just fine. So you can try yourself and build one of these commerce models. I think you will not be disappointed, and I can recommend you to build one of these two ones first, because I think they are the better ones. And that said, I hope you enjoyed this review. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to ask them in the comment section of this video. And well, that said, see you later for another video review. Bye bye.